surfboard on that guy.
I'm going to start that off tonight by introducing to you a man who, whether it's in the wrestling ring, boxing ring, or out on the street fighting, people are going to know, and they know his name.
Dan Severn, this guy is legit, he don't quit, and he is here in WXO Wrestling. I don't care about none of your belts or championships or anything. That's a big mistake. Oh, he goes for Severn, and Severn with a takedown. And then go lock. He's got to be like a submission hold, Bruce. It's just caught Enos. The bully and Enos are going after this. This is a miscommunication. These guys are friends. Like Enos had. Like, oh, chair. Well, you're flagged. Hey, that's more. You should have a chair. Wait a minute, stop this. This is not good. This is not good. There's two of them. What in the name of... What is going on here? The new era in professional wrestling has arrived. It's WXO Wrestling. It's hot. We began last week with the introduction of Dan Severn, and who knows what's going to happen this week. My fans, Chris Cruz, along with the greatest tag team wrestler of this generation, it's Sweet Stan Lane. And Stan, we are still reeling from the introduction not only of Mr. Ted DiBiase as the commissioner, but of Dan Severn, the Beast, who's going for the WXO Championship.
The reviews are rolling in from last week. People love what we're trying to do here because they understand it. Taking it back a little bit to the old days, but adding some brand new stuff as well. And as you said, Chris Cruz, all kind of things are breaking loose here.
And not only that, but something never seen before here on Pro Wrestling in America. We're going to take you to the world-famous Egg Dome in Tokyo. And I got to tell you, Bart Gunn and Johnny Ace, it's going to be great action.
I spent 5 weeks over there in Japan. I'll tell you, they really get down over there. You got to be double tough to go over there.
All right, as we said, a great hour ahead for you right here on WXO Wrestling. And let's take you down to the ring because we're going to begin with a big man, Al Green on WXO.
Singles competition headed our way on WXO. Al Green, the man who challenged Dan Severn last week, is set for competition.
That's see Chris Nelson, and I have to tell you, as excited as we are about seeing Big Al Green back, we are really excited about going to the Egg Dome in Tokyo, where you, Stan Lane, have wrestled a number of times.
Well, I've been there many times. I wrestled against Fujinami for the World Junior Heavyweight title many years ago in front of a packed crowd, and the fans are not real loud over there the way that they are here. I prefer them here, but they just sit there and they appreciate a good stiff match over there. And believe you me, it is stiff.
And now a man who began his career tagging with Kevin Nash of the Outsiders and spent some time as one half of the Wrecking Crew. He's 6'1", 260 pounds. He's from right here in Tampa. He's been wrestling count them, 11 years. But Al Green, all his weight, all his might, all his power, all his experience didn't do him any good against Dan Severn. He's got something to say apparently now, Stan. Well, maybe the fans have something to say to him.
What's up with the mask? It's Al Green.
Right, good point.
I can stand here all night if you people don't shut your faces.
Well, that got a reaction.
Yeah.
Not the one he was hoping for.
They're not shutting theirs, but he wants to cover his.
Spit it out. Spit it out. Apparently,
I just want all you low-budget rednecks to understand one thing. It doesn't matter to me if you're some shoot fighter, if you're some karate, if you're a boxer. Just remember one thing.
I think what he's remembering is last week.
My name is Al Green.
All right. You said it.
I am the baddest man in the WXO Wrestling.
Well, he looked a little green last week when he had that ankle lock on him, didn't he?
That's a very good point. I think Al Green is still suffering some assaults on his reputation because, I don't know about you, but I thought I saw a very quick tap out when the Beast Dan Severn put that ankle lock on Al Green.
Tap out. Al Green was playing a wipeout on the canvas.
That's a very good point. Classy Chris Nelson has an opportunity to really make a career-enhancing move here by defeating Al Green. Collar and elbow tie-up now, and the powerful 260-pound Al Green shoves Nelson back with authority and with ease.
Well, I look for Al Green to make an example of this classy Chris Nelson. After what happened to Al Green last week, the best thing he can do is come out here and just beat the stew out of somebody to hopefully elevate himself back to the level he was on before he tapped out.
The bully Barry Darso just egged him on, and unfortunately for Al Green, he didn't realize discretion being the better part of valor. He apparently was manipulated by the bully, who is a classic manipulator. Now standing side headlock there, and he's out and got his clock clean, just as he has just cleaned the clock of classy Chris Nelson.
Now that was a real tackle right there. Two bodies colliding at full speed, one body going down and paying the price.
Stan, that's what WXO promised. That's what you have been promising, and so have I. It's about under-promising and over-delivering. It's bringing the action, the great, exciting action of professional wrestling, family-friendly pro wrestling, right into your living room.
Well, each and every one of the competitors here has been sat down and told face to face, hey, if you're gonna wrestle here, if you're gonna work here, you better go out there and be pretty darn stiff. Because we're not gonna put up with it if it's not. We don't want any patty cake stuff going on here.
And Chris Nelson, as big a man as he is, right over the top, he's right here in front of him. Right here, great camera work. And Al Green, wait a minute. He got no beat. It would just call the action. Is Al Green walking out?
And make a note, we don't have any soft foam rubber pads around the ring. When you get tossed out here at WXO, you're going to hit some concrete, baby. You're going to suck some cement.
That's a very good point. And classic Chris Nelson is doing extremely well here against Al Green, who did not, let us say, get the fans on his side early on. In fact, just the opposite. I am so excited about going to the Egg Dome in Tokyo here on this week's edition of WXO Wrestling.
I'm looking forward to seeing Johnny Ace and Michael Barton as they step inside the squared circle over there in the Orient, because it's going to be intense.
Well, let us say that Michael Barton, at the expense of some of the toughest wrestlers in this business, really made a reputation. So it's going to be very interesting, Stan, to see Michael Barton and Johnny Ace in tag team action.
Well, you got that right. A lot of tough guys who thought they were tough got knocked out cold, didn't they?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. They sure did. Power move there, 1, 2, almost a 3 on the big man, Chris Nelson. Al Green got him over with a gut-wrench suplex. In
all fairness, though, wrestlers are wrestlers. We're not boxers. You put a padded glove on a wrestler, you might as well chain, because wrestlers are made to fight with their hands open to grab. That's what grappling is all about. So in all fairness to those guys, they got knocked out, but the guy had gloves on to do it.
That's a great analysis, Stan. Oh, nice boot there to the mush by classic Chris Nelson and Al Green, and he does it again. Does Al Green not learn? Does he need once, twice, or 3 times to be beaten? Now, the Irish whip into the far rope. Great maneuver by a man of his size in classic Chris Nelson. 1, 2, and almost got through.
Didn't hook the leg. And you know what classic Chris Nelson should be doing? He should be working on the leg and the ankle of Al Green. He should have done his homework. You got to stop.
Oh, wow. A version of a sidewalk slam. Is that going to do it? Yes, it is. Wow, the spine buster, and that is it. Al Green victorious. You know, Stan, let's not forget what happened last week when a couple of fans got involved in the action, and I'm told anyway that we're going to try to get an update on what is going. In fact, we're going to go right back down. There they are.
You mean they're back?
They're back.
Maybe they're trying to get jobs. Who knows?
We'll try to find out.
They're big.
We'll come back with more action on WXO Wrestling. Don't go away. WXO Wrestling, and Stan, we're about to do a first ever on American television. We'll take the fans to action from the Egg Dome in Tokyo.
I'm looking forward to that. Johnny Ace has really made a name for himself. He's made a career over there. He might as well move over there, but we're glad to have him back. He's going to come back over here. Michael Barton, always a tough competitor. I'm looking forward to seeing this.
That's right. Barton, who really made a name for himself here in America. And we take you now. It's the beautiful and historic Egg Dome in Tokyo. Michael Barton and Johnny Ace in tag team action. And always on WXO Wrestling, we try to bring fans something new and different. And as we said, we're right at the Tokyo Dome and you have wrestled in the Tokyo Dome, and it's really weird because the fans don't react in the same way as the Americans do.
Yeah, as I said before, you don't see the fans jumping up and down, you don't see their arms waving, you don't see signs, but they are very, very educated, and they enjoy a good, stiff wrestling match.
And that's Johnny Ace in there, the blonde that we've been talking about. He's going to tag in his partner in a moment, Michael Barton. And the last time we saw Michael Barton, he looked to be about 100 pounds heavier. It's incredible to see what he looks like now. He's really cut. Nice maneuver.
Michael Barton has done a lot of, went out for the 1, 2, 3, could happen here. Oh, he kicked out. 2.5. Michael Barton done a lot of conditioning work here recently. He thought about possibly being a boxer after he knocked out all those superstars, but he's back over in Japan. He's in tremendous condition.
And Johnny Ace was known at one time. Hang on, 1, 2, this should be it. No, a kick out. Johnny Ace at one time known as one of the members of the Dynamic Dudes. So American wrestling fans haven't seen Johnny in a long time.
No, but I know they're looking forward to seeing him and Michael Barton because they are certainly a team to be reckoned with.
Stan, it's a different style of wrestling there at the Egg Dome, that's for sure. And these two guys have more to show us here on WXO Wrestling.
Well, they've got the All Japan World Tag Team Gold. Will they bring it here to WXO? I certainly hope so. I'd love to see them defend it right here because we got the competition for them.
That's right. In fact, the shocking conclusion to that match, that World Tag Team title match, in a couple of weeks, we'll bring it to you right here on WXO Wrestling. Well, it looks like Fred Ottman. He has just driven up here backstage, Stan. That's a big man for that small a car.
You got that right. It's huge. That's a sporty little car. But what's the guy that weighs over 400 pounds and 6'8" doing in it?
Well, what he's not doing is getting out. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll continue with the saga. We'll see if Fred Ottman can get out of the car when we come back. The big man is, he's out, he's out.
It reminds me when I go into a rental car place, I always want to upsize to a larger vehicle. That's what Fred needs to do. At least get a Fleetwood Cadillac or a Humvee or something.
6'8", 401. What was he thinking in that car? Hey, look, that's right. Let's take a look at what happened last week here on WXO Wrestling. There's the beast, Dan Severn. He has got an ankle up there, and Al Green. Look at Barry Horowitz come in. He clocks Mike Enos. Enos clocks the bully, Barry Darso, and these two guys, they're friends, and all of a sudden, Stan, they're fighting.
Well, it's the old domino effect. One guy hits one, the other guy thinks he got hit from the other guy, but it's just miscommunication. But I tell you what, tempers flare very, very quickly here at WXO.
As we saw later in that hour, Enos, he got the bully, but the bully has got something to say about Mike Enos here on WXO Wrestling this week.
Mike Enos, you want to play those kind of games with me? I'm here in WXO for one reason, and that is to be the best wrestler in WXO. You don't come down in the middle of my match and hit me in the head with a chair. You being from Minnesota know what I'm like, because that's where I'm from. When somebody hits me in the head with something like that, it comes back a lot harder on you. Mike Enos, you be ready for the bully.
Stan, as tough and as rough as Mike Enos is, I wouldn't want to be in his shoes or his wrestling boots with a guy like the bully on the warpath, essentially.
You know, these guys grew up together in Minnesota. You know, they were in Boy Scouts together. They were best friends. They had the camp outs and all that kind of stuff. It's all out the window now, Cruz, because he got hit in the head with a steel chair, and you got to pay somebody back for that. You just don't take that when you're on international TV and somebody comes out and causes you to lose your match because of it. Bust your head wide open. I mean, it's going to be payback time, brother.
And a man who is familiar to some wrestling fans, young man by the name of Hack Myers, he is going to be taking on, now listen to this, the Black Nature Boy. If anybody knows the Nature Boy, it's you, Stan Lane.
Well, I was trained by the Nature Boy, the only person to be personally trained by him, but it certainly wasn't this Nature Boy, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, let's repeat that. Let us repeat that for emphasis. The Nature Boy Ric Flair personally trained just one wrestler in all of pro wrestling, and it was Sweet Stan Lane. So the Black Nature Boy from Jacksonville, Florida, to take on Hack Myers. Hack Myers, a real veteran, the Black Nature Boy. He's trying to make a name for himself, and so is everybody here in WXO Wrestling.
I wonder if the Black Nature Boy is a master of the figure four leg lock as well. We'll have to find out.
All right, a little bit later, we will take a look, the first look ever at our new broadcast colleague by the name of Jennifer Hart. I know that we're looking forward to that. Standing side headlock there by Hack Myers. Big fan.
I know I am. I saw her backstage.
Oh, absolutely. As is WXO Wrestling here from Lakeland, Florida. Nice head fake there. Oh, beautiful drop kick there by the Nature Boy.
you really get a sense of the impact that the bodies take when you're sitting down here at the ringside. As great as it is on TV, make it
the hook, flying cross body block at the Black Nature Boy almost. You're right, Stan. You can really feel it. You can see the sweat flying.
Make your plans to come out and see it live when it comes to your town, your city or town, because let me tell you something, as great as it is on TV, it's even better in person. You can actually feel the impact, the reverberation of these bodies as they slam against the mat.
Nice power slam, recovered there by Hack Myers, and almost a 3. It's been a great hour so far, and still the question is, those fans that we saw from last week, and we saw them stand outside the office of the commissioner, you got to wonder, are they just trying to be able to buy a ticket to get back? Have they been banned for life? Are they trying to be wrestlers? Or is Steve Biasi going to press charges against them?
Well, who knows? When I'm thinking maybe they got arrested, they went before a judge, and the judge told them, if you go back down there and you apologize to the commissioner, maybe they'll let you back in. But hey, as big as they are, they obviously work out. You got to know that they're probably going to be arrested.
That's a very good point. And I'll tell you, Ted DiBiase has said, hang on, 1, 2, and no, almost a 3 on the Nature Boy by Hack Myers. Ted DiBiase in the first week here in WXO Wrestling. In fact, it was wait a minute, the rollers from behind. Oh, close. Nice maneuver. He said, it doesn't matter who you know, it's what you know and what you can do in the ring. Maybe he'll give him a chance.
Maybe he will. Hey, maybe they are wrestlers someplace. I haven't seen them. There's millions of guys out there.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing guys on the internet who are wrestling that I've never heard of. I mean, they're in their backyard. They're doing their own show, so these guys may be wrestlers. Who knows?
Nice reverse chin lock there by Hack Myers on the Nature Boy. Let us remind you that the commissioner, Mr. Ted DiBiase, says he's not just the CEO, he is the CFO, and he also reminds everybody, you reap what you sow, and the buck stopped with him. He's trying to make his mark stand and clearly trying to say, I'm Ted DiBiase, and I'm in charge.
You were hitting him up for a raise over there.
I'll tell you, he is the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer, as well as the CEO. So if you need a raise, he's the man to go to.
Hey, this guy's got more toys than Toys R Us. I'm talking boats, planes, cars, motorcycles.
Nice flying forearm there by the Nature Boy. He set up Hack Myers extremely well, and now he goes up onto the 3rd rope. He is going to fly. Great camera action. Oh, this is big. Wow.
If he'd have landed that, he'd probably go, woo!
That's a nice point. Oh, a version of the Rude Awakening, and now Hack Myers with a 1-2. This should be it.
Oh, yeah, the late and great Rick Rude. God bless you, buddy.
Absolutely.
This Hack Myers is a big man. He's not your athletic, like your bodybuilder type of guy. He's just there. He's thick.
I think, Stan, as we see in wrestling, that is what is really so impressive, is that, you don't have to be a pretty boy. You don't have to, man, a nice elbow there to succeed in pro wrestling. You've got to be able to get it done, and Hack Myers can get it done in the ring.
Well, that's what makes it so diversified, professional wrestling. You've got guys that come from all schools. I mean, you got your amateur, your hardcore wrestling, you have your submission wrestling, you got your bar fighters. I mean, anything goes.
And Commissioner DiBiase has said anything and everything will go, and it is you will succeed on merit. This is a meritocracy. It's not all about political connections.
And what I like so much, Chris, it's not going to be an aristocracy because Ted DiBiase has been around a long, long time, and he gives guys a fair shake.
And 2 guys getting a fair shake, Hack Myers and the Black Nature Boy, and they are really going at one another.
Well, it's been non-stop action, but speaking of action, you know what? I like the tag team action. That's what I love.
Well, there's a lot more tag team action coming up this hour, isn't there?
Well, you got that right, Cruz. The bodies and the breakers, and these guys get it on bar the door.
Absolutely. We are looking forward to more tag team action, more individual competition on WXO. We have begun this new year with a new wrestling promotion, and we are so excited to be here at the very beginning. That's not just a choke, that's a grab of the larynx.
That's not a choke, that's a blatant choke.
That's a good point. And Hack Myers and the Black Nature Boy, and it seems so strange to say that, but I'll tell you, if you want to emulate somebody, the Nature Boy is the guy. What's going on in the back? And the beast.
The beast is going to have another feast, maybe.
Al, you gotta get out here. You wouldn't believe your buddy Severin. He's in the ring right now. You gotta show him you're not a jabroni. Come on, Al, get out there. Go get him. Go get him.
Oh, man. And the bell has rung.
Submission hold.
And Hack has apparently tapped out just that quickly. Oh, an armbar. The armbar, he's got him. Oh, God, come on.
Look at Severn the Beast. This guy's scary.
Last week, the Beast made his
coming.
What?
Not again. Did he learn a lesson?
Has Darso egged this guy on again? Oh, he speared him.
Double leg dive.
A submission hold. He locks the ankle again.
Oh, how great's tapping. That'll blow your knee out in seconds right there.
Does he never learn? All right, the WXO debut of Mean Mike Enos, and later, our first look at our lovely broadcast colleague, Jennifer Hart, in a moment on WXO Wrestling. Back on WXO Wrestling, Chris Cruz and Sweet Stan Lane and Stan. Dan Severn has really shocked this crowd.
Well, he continues to stretch ligaments and stretch tendons. He put that Kimura leg bar on poor Al Green again, and brother, he was going to Tap City one more time.
You gotta wonder, did Al Green not learn last week not to mess with a beast? Apparently not.
Maybe that's why he wears a mask. He's so hard-headed.
That's a very good point. All right, we're going to see the bully, Barry Darso, in action. And I have to tell you, between he and Mike Enos, so much bad blood and so unfortunate. It all began with a miscommunication last week, and we're going to see the bully now in action.
Well, he's going up against this guy right here, Pat Powers, he's no small fry. He's got to go 280.
You know, what I find fascinating here about WXO Wrestling is we seem to be bringing in guys that you've never heard of. In some cases, the stars that they have heard of, but even the guys we haven't heard of are so impressive, like this guy, Pat Powers, who's taking it to Enos. Look out! The ring announcer almost landed right on his head, on up.
Well, Mean Mike Enos is bigger than ever. You know, I wrestled against him in Wayne Bloom years ago, and he wasn't nearly this big. He's pumped up.
He's been wrestling since 1986. He's a product of the Minneapolis, Minnesota wrestling area. And this kid was trained by Brad Rengans, the Olympic wrestler. He can bench, check this out, 575 pounds.
Boy, you mentioned the name Brad Rengans. I'd love to see Brad Rengans go against Dan Severn in a total shoot. That'd be great.
Absolutely. A look at Pat Powers with a roll from behind, a kick out by those powerful legs there of Mean Mike Enos. Teenage national powerlifting champion, and this referee himself is getting a workout. I gotta tell you, Stan, I don't think Enos thought he would get this type of competition from Pat Powers.
Enos hadn't even had a chance to get his tank top off. Powers was all over him from the get-go because he knows if he beats a guy like Mean Mike Enos, his reputation's already set here at WXO. He moves up the ladder, and that's what it's all about. When you're starting out, you got to take each step, each rung of that ladder, and make your way to the top.
Now the Irish with the reversal. Nice power slam there by Enos. He rocks the joint. He's 6'2", 285 pounds, and this guy is power-packed.
Looks like a big pumped-up pumpkin up there, black and orange.
Well, you can say that. I can't. Still to come. We've got more tag team action, and we wonder, is Dan Severn going to make another appearance here? Oh, and Enos unceremoniously dumps Pat Powers. Does dumping ever occur other than unceremoniously outside the ring? I didn't think so. It's so dangerous. There are no pads still.
No pads and nothing on that steel retaining barricade there. Those fans better back up. I hope we don't have another case of two big muscle heads jumping in on the action again.
Oh, no, look out for the barrels.
Look out, kids.
Man, they are literally right now. No.
Easy.
Look out.
Hang in there, Cruz. I'll take care of you, buddy.
Sure you will. Hey, this is not a Spanish announce desk here. He throws him back to the ring, and Pat Powers, you take care of me. Why did you run when he came at me? Thanks a lot. You take care of me.
I told the guy no mas.
Yeah, I don't think he understood that. Mean Mike Enos, as we said, 6'2", 285. I'm about 5'6", and 130. What am I going to do? Oh, man, pile driver, and that's going to do it. But Pat Powers, oh, come on. At some point, referee, use your discretion and stop this match.
Do you think Enos is trying to send a message to his former best friend from childhood? What do you think?
Well, either that or he's remembering what happened with Barry Darso. And again, let me remind you, Darso and Enos, for a long time, the best of friends. It was a miscommunication. Now look at this power move. I can't believe he's going to try this.
And these people are hungry. It's like the old thumbs up, thumbs down back in the old days of the Christians. Feed him to the lions, Enos.
This is what's going to happen. This is incredible strength. As we said, the teenage national powerlifting champion, and Powers is catapulted across the ring.
I love it.
Oh, my.
Somebody could get hurt, Cruz.
I think that somebody already has, and his name is Pat Powers. Wow. Enos is power-packed. And here he goes again. Look out, fans. Man.
Oh, look! It's Darso!
Hey! Woo!
Have a cold one, bud.
It's just never going to end. Wow. Darso has come out of nowhere, the bully, and he has clocked Enos.
And the referee's making the count. And that's it. I've always told you, do not drink beer during your match.
Well, Pat Powers has won. Well, a big victory and totally unexpected, and I got to tell you, once again, it's all because of miscommunication, Stan, and it's real unfortunate what's going on with the bully. The bully and Mean Mike Enos, as we said, the best, the closest of friends, and this has started last week just because Barry Horowitz, he hit Enos, Enos hit the bully, and it's a miscommunication. It's got to stop.
Hey, I've told you before, the bully is the consummate bar fighter, and you saw he bought an ice-cold beverage out there, and he gave it to his former best friend, and brother, it was all over Sud City.
You know, I've never claimed to be handsome, but this man is sweet. But if you want to see something beautiful on camera, you're going to see it. You know, it's Jennifer Hart coming up.
I like her.
Our broadcast colleague is going to join us
Angia.
for the first time, Angia, you're right, ever here on WXO Wrestling. We'll take a very quick break. A lot of action still to come.
That's my hair looks, right?
It looks great on WXO Wrestling. Back to WXO Wrestling fans, Chris Cruz along with Sweet Stan Lane. And Stan, that is a big man on the way down the ring.
This man Cruz is beyond huge. 6'8", 401 pounds. I'm told he wears a size 16 shoe.
And he has finally gotten out of that little car that he arrived at the arena at. That was a little bit embarrassing. And we're going to see, for the first time, our broadcast colleague, Jennifer Hart.
She is so sweet.
And she is ready, and she's going to talk now to the Dominator, Fred Ottman. As we said, he's 6'8", 401. The tiny little Jennifer Hart.
Everybody, I am Jennifer Hart with WXO Wrestling! Woo! And I have the huge, you're huge, Fred, the Dominator Ottman! Fred, I understand you had a tough time today. You had a bad day.
Bad day! Bad day! We won't talk about bad days. I'm late to the building. I'm in my convertible. I get stuck. The door locks don't work. The steering wheel won't move. I look at guys. I'm screaming. Somebody comes over. They help pull me out of the thing. And the bottom line is I'm here with WXO, and I'm excited, brother.
All right! Yeah! Woo! And you had a tough time getting out of your car. Why don't you get a bigger car?
I was a little kid. I wanted a sports car. I grew. The car stayed small. But the bottom line is I'm having fun.
Yeah, and so are we, and we're glad to have you here tonight.
I'm excited being here with WXO. It's extreme. I love it. I'm excited. I'm only excited being here or being next to you. But the bottom line is, this is where the tough action is. Grassroots. It's not who you know, how much makeup you wear, how pretty you are. It's how big, bad, nasty you are. And that's right, I'm nasty. And that's all these people need to know. My gimmick is, I wrestle all over the world with the toughest competition there is. And here daily in WXO, the tough guys are coming one by one by one. And I'm looking forward to it. Nobody's ever slammed me. I've got an open invitation. You want some of me? Look at this ugly face. I'm ready.
That's right, I couldn't have said it better myself. Back to you, Chris.
Well, Stan, Jennifer Hart was worth waiting for, our newest broadcast colleague here at WXO Wrestling. You've been smiling a lot.
Looking good.
Yeah, she really was. And also looking good, the Bodies and the Heartbreakers, Apollo and Adonis, along with the beautiful Gia. And the question is, why these two teams hate each other so much, Stan?
Well, it's pretty obvious to me that they're both young tag teams. They both hit the gym, you know. They want to look good. They want to get some hot dates. Probably with Jennifer.
Tag team action and a whole lot more, including surprises, as always, coming up. So don't go away as we continue on WXO Wrestling. Chris Cruz along with Sweet Stan Lane. And now we're going to hear some comments from a man in Japan. In fact, he's still there. We'll be seeing him in a few weeks on WXO. It's Johnny Ace.
Johnny Ace, man in Japan. I'm in Tokyo right now, and all I ever hear about is this WXO. What does the X stand for? I don't know. I don't care. But I'm coming to kick some butt. On the internet, the media, the press, they keep saying, Johnny, are you going to the WXO? And the answer is obvious. Yes. If you don't got it, get it. If you don't get it, figure it out.
Well, Stan, I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what that means. Some kind of a movement that Johnny Ace apparently says is going to take place here in WXO Wrestling.
Well, I remember in the old days, Johnny Ace had more moves than X-Lax, but the movement is a band of his friends and followers, and he's going to bring them over to the USA, so all heck could break loose.
We'll take a look at what has already broken loose here this week in WXO Wrestling. It was Chris Nelson against Al Green. Al Green's wrestling debut here, and look at this. Oh, man, the spine buster there by Al Green, and he got the 1-2-3.
Now, a tremendous concussion at the base of the spine, and it is a 1-2-3. Al Green gets the victory, but he better stay away from Dan Severn.
And our first look at Jennifer Hart, our new broadcast colleague, and the Dominator, Fred Ottman. He says he is so big that he is absolutely, completely unslammable.
I've got an open invitation. You want some of me? Look at his ugly face. I'm ready.
That's right.
He says, Stan, that nobody can slam him. Can anybody beat, however, the beast, Dan Severn? He attacked the Black Nature Boy and Hack Myers, and Al Green comes back for some more.
Well, freshman's victory, I guess he had a lot of confidence, but it didn't do him any darn good, because once again, he's tapping out.
And that, what is that? The Kimura leg bar.
It certainly is. Straight to Japan.
We also saw, here he is, Mike Barton and Johnny Ace in tag team action from Japan. Great maneuver there.
Looking forward to the movement.
We welcome you back to the action of WXO Wrestling. Chris Cruz, along with Sweet Stan Lane, nobody better to call tag team action than my partner Stan Lane. We've got Ken Resnick, our broadcast colleague, Jennifer Hart, and we're going to have the Bonnies against the Heartbreakers, Stan.
And let's not forget about Miss Gia. There she is. There she is. Hello.
And Miss Gia, along with Apollo and Adonis, the Heartbreakers. And there is also, you got a question, what is going on with Adam Pearce? Is he a Heartbreaker wannabe?
Well, you know, can you blame him? I mean, these guys are on their way to the top here. Not only are they in great shape, not only do they wrestle just like a well-oiled machine, but they got this beautiful Gia who I tell you what, she's beautiful, but she does some hard negotiating, because I saw her talking to Mr. DiBiase earlier saying, I want some tag team championship matches for my boys.
Well, she is certainly a compelling figure. Let us definitely say that. It is the Heartbreakers, Apollo and Adonis, as they take on the Bonnies. Great tag team action here on this, the historic second week of WXO Wrestling. And the Bonnies, they have really made a very quick entrance. Look out, Gia. And look out, ring announcer. This is going to be hot and heavy right here on WXO Wrestling.
Well, this feud has been building up, and now it's starting to boil over. The first week we saw these two teams face off, and it was really, I mean, Katie brought the door, but now it seems like the tempers have finally flared.
That's a very good point. And the Bonnies, I think they know what Apollo and Adonis can do. It's not going to be clean wrestling. The fact is, they're cheaters. And Apollo and Adonis go down. Oh, man, beautiful series. Great chain moves there. And the Bonnies, with authority, have taken control of this match.
Well, they certainly have. They've obviously put their heads together this past week. They realized what they did wrong the first time, and they're going to try to correct the problem this time. And this time, hopefully, for their sake, they'll get a win.
As we said, we are wondering what the deal is here with Adam Pearce. Adam, earlier, in fact, on WXO in this series of programs, teamed with Tommy Rogers. So maybe he is, as we said, a Heartbreaker wannabe. Who knows?
Well, he's got a great partner in Tommy Rogers. I mean, Tommy Rogers knows all about tag team wrestling and, of course, singles competition. So Mr. Pearce would be well advised to stick with what he's got, not trying to want to be a mark with this tag team right here.
I've heard that word before, not quite sure what it is. Does that mean that I'm a mark?
Just look up the dictionary, Cruz.
I will do that. All right, we still got some action from the Egg Dome to come in the coming weeks here on WXO Wrestling. That exciting conclusion of the match featuring Michael Barton and Johnny Ace in tag team wrestling. Now the standing side headlock here, the Bonnies over on Adonis.
Oh, you got to constantly be aware of where your shoulders are at all times. If you get lackadaisical and let those shoulders touch the mat, that referee begins his count. This referee is right down there. We got some great referees here in WXO.
It's really been exciting the past couple of weeks, and we are looking to WXO to really change and revolutionize revolutionize pro wrestling, family friendly. Nice attempted a hip toss of the reversal there by the bodies on Adonis. Nice arm drag. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And again gets it over.
Well, we talked about going back to basics, not only in the ring as far as your hold, but going back to basics in the entire wrestling industry, Chris, because I think it's gone as far as it can the trashy way. You got to come back to what got you there, and that's good basic competition.
And we can't emphasize enough the words of the commissioner and CEO and CFO of WXO Wrestling, Mr. Ted DiBiase, that he's going to give everybody a fair shake. That if you can do what you need to do in the ring, even if you're not politically connected, beautiful look there at Gio a moment ago, you are going to get a chance to rise all the way to the top. And how strange and foreign that is in wrestling.
Yeah. And WXO, Mr. DiBiase, I'm not going to concentrate on just the veterans. We're not going to concentrate on the newcomers. They're going to get a good mix, an all-around mix. Oh, so you get the best competition. Not only the guys who know what to do in the ring, but guys who are learning. And I like that because we need sometimes these older guys to move over, give the young guys a chance.
I don't think I could have said it better. I know thousands of people, millions of people have felt that same way, and we're giving the fans what they want. And as we said, it is wrestling you can watch with your children without being embarrassed by it, and that is a real shift, a seismic shift in professional wrestling. Now, in comes Apollo. There at least he attempts to do so. Nice switches here by the body stand. It looks like they're learning.
Well, you know, we just talked about them doing their homework, and they certainly did. They just took a page out of the other tag team's playbook there.
And Gia is none too pleased. I don't think she appreciates what the fans have to say, although the fans can't seem to take their eyes off this beautiful woman. And you know what else, Stan? You can't seem to take your eyes off her either.
Well, Chris, you know, my eyes are darting back and forth, I'll admit that. But I'm watching the action too.
Oh, nice knee. There by Adonis here on WXO Wrestling. Man, you mentioned earlier this guy's got no body fat.
What's your sign?
I think her sign when it comes to you might be stop, but I'm not sure.
Well, perhaps just yield.
Double team there on the body. You see the elevation. Man. And now an attempt at a switch, and here comes the double teaming that Apollo and Adonis, the Heartbreakers, do, unfortunately, so well.
Lay it in there, boys.
You like the action, you've got to. Right here on WXO, we are ringside, coming at you from beautiful Lakeland, Florida, as we continue this new era in professional wrestling.
We told them to get stiff, and they get stiffer each and every week. That's the way we like it here at WXO.
A version there almost of the camel clutch by Apollo on the bodies.
Well, this move right here not only impedes the breathing, but it puts tremendous strain on the lower back, the lumbar area. And I tell you what, it's extremely uncomfortable. Now, if he pull this gentleman's arms up above the knees, it's even more intense.
In the weeks to come, more from the Egg Dome in Tokyo, and we no doubt will see more of Gia, more of Jennifer Hart, and certainly more of the great action of WXO Wrestling. What was that from Adonis? Adonis knew exactly what he was doing in the switch, and now goes right back to that camel clutch-like move. Gia is very happy about that. In fact, she's very happy about just about everything when her team is winning.
Big mistake by the bodies. I mean, they've seen it time and time again over the years in wrestling. When you're having a problem, don't step inside the ropes and talk to the ref. That just makes it worse. Stay on the outside and voice your complaint.
That's a very good point. That's Adonis now with the Irish whip. Into the near rope, and again lifts the knee, and Adonis goes right for the other body, and he gets him too. And these bodies, they've got a lot of, certainly a lot of fire, but Stan, it looks like your inexperience is working against them.
Well, if the Circus 7 gets a little green, that's another term that we've heard so many times, but hey, it's a fact of life. But they'll learn from this experience, and they'll get better from it.
That's a very good point as well. Reversal there by the bodies on Apollo. And he's laying in those forearms, making him bigger. The Irish whip into the dome. High knee in the mush, and this kid could be out.
Well, that'll send you right to your dentist.
Drops the elbow, 1, 2, and a kick out there. And here comes again the switch here on WXO Wrestling. It's Apollo and Adonis, and they're going to get their way again.
But let's remind the fans that if perhaps tuning in for the first time in tag team competition, you do have a 4 count to make the change.
And nice switch out there by attempt anyway by the bodies. And Adonis maintaining control along with Apollo on the bodies. There's a kick and there's the tag. It's hot. And in he comes and he lays out Adonis, and now Apollo gets a knuckle sandwich. A whip to the near rope. High back body drop.
And notice that his fist was balled up. He wasn't slapping anybody like we see on some other channels.
Another high back body drop. Yeah, you're right. Very good point.
Oh, you can hear it. You can hear the impact.
We are right here at ringside on WXO. Attempted a knee. Did he just? Yeah, he did get him. He grazed him. Now all four men are in the ring here. This has broken down, and the referee, if he didn't lose control earlier, has certainly lost control now.
You know, being here in Florida, the heart of gorgeous Sully country, let me just say this. Brother up here, 6 brawl has just broken out.
Absolutely, Gordon. It looks like it. Wait a minute, we see something happening here in the...
Oh my God, on his
head. This could be... Now, this is Adam Pearce. This is the one we talked about who is like a heartbreaker wannabe. This is Adam Pearce. He's got... It's good camera work. He's already got a tag team partner in Tommy Rogers. Is he going after the Heartbreakers? He's going after the Heartbreakers.
Well, maybe he does want to be one.
1, 2, and 3. He's helped the Bodies to win. Or maybe he's a Bodies wannabe instead of a Heartbreaker wannabe.
I'm confused on this one. Well, you know, the kid's young. Maybe he doesn't know what he wants.
Well, Adam Pearce has helped the Bodies defeat the Heartbreakers. And oh, look out! Adam Pearce! What is going on here, Stan?
Well,
what is going on?
They didn't appreciate the help. They want to win on their own. They don't want some outside guy helping them get a victory.
A 21-year-old from Chicago. Tommy Rogers, the tag team partner of Adam Pearce, has come in. It's another Pearce 6. And the Bodies are out of here.
Well, they cleared the ring quickly.
Well, Tommy Rogers apparently realizing that Adam Pearce has gotten himself into a whole lot of trouble. Oh, he wanted it. Adam Pearce, we thought he was a Heartbreaker wannabe. Turned out to be a Body wannabe. And Stan, the Bodies didn't appreciate the help.
Well, they certainly did not. But you know what? Maybe the kid just wants to get some more TV time. I mean, think about it. He's only 21 years old. It's his first time on national TV. He wants to do whatever he can to get his mug on the screen.
I'm Chris Cruz for Sweet Stan Lane. Fans, we're going to see you next week with another great hour of exciting WXO Wrestling. Don't miss it. It's the new era in pro wrestling.
To me, if you're some suit fighter, if you're some karate,
Yeah, did he learn a lesson? Has Darso egged this guy on again? Oh, he speared him. Double leg down. A submission hold. He locks the ankle again.
His knee's tapping. That'll blow your knee out in seconds right there.
Does he never learn?
Nobody's ever slammed me. I've got an open invitation. You want some of me? Look at his ugly face. I'm ready.
When somebody hits me in the head with something like that, it comes back a lot harder on you. Mike Edith, you be ready for the bully.
Oh, look! It's Darso!
Hey!
Woo! Have a cold one, bud.
Is this never going to end? He's going after the Heartbreakers.
Well, maybe he does want to be one.
1, 2, and 3. He's helped the Bodies to win.
Here we go, time for the show. Come on, come all to the WXO. Here we go, time for the show. Come on, come all to the WXO. Here we go, time for the show. Come on, come all to the WXO. Here we go, time for the show. Come on, come all to the WXO. Here we go, time for the show. Come on, come all to the WXO. Here we go, time for the show. Come on, come all to the WXO.
You never know what's going to happen with the excitement of WXO Wrestling, a new era in professional wrestling, and so family-friendly. Hi, fans. I'm Chris Cruz along with Sweet Stan Lane. And Stan, as friendly as we like to be here, one man who is not friendly, in fact, who is furious, is the commissioner, Mr. DiBiase.
Well, I know that Ted, or Mr. DiBiase, from day one, said, I'm going to rule this with an iron hand. I'm going to make it the way it's got to be. But you know what? They're just getting a little out of hand. I mean, these guys want to put forth their best foot so much that the matches are getting a little crazy. And Mr. DiBiase does not like it. He's going to change things, I bet.
That's right. In fact, he saw a lot of things that happened last week, and he said, look, we promised you clean finishes. We promised you no interference. DiBiase. Mr. DiBiase is the man who can do it.
Well, I know that if he can't do it verbally, he'll pull out the old wallet, the old checkbook, and he'll write some checks, and he'll get some new talent in here that will do what he wants because he is the man.
That's right, the man who says he's the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, and the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. He's got the bucks, he's got the money to spend, and we're here.
That sounds like his music.
That does sound like his music.
Yeah.
And when Mr. DiBiase's music plays, we're going to say, Mr. DiBiase, say what you want to say.
He may give us a raise for this.
You think so?
Well, I'll talk to him.
Will you really?
Hey, trust me, pal.
You know, I trust you with my life.
All right, brother, you're in.
I've never been so in as I am now.
I can still call him Ted, you know. Oh, yeah. I won't do it on camera, but Ted's not tight.
Well, Mr. DiBiase is none too pleased. He's got a lot to say, and he is about to say it right here on This Week on WXO Wrestling.
All of you guys back there sitting around that monitor to listen up. Maybe you didn't hear me the first time I said this. The buck stops right here. I'm the CEO. I'm running this show. And as long as I am and footing the bill, things in this organization are going to be done the way that I want them done. Now,
He's got passion, Stan.
Adam Pearce, you came out here, snuck out here, stuck your nose in the match.
He did.
Interfered, and you helped the bodies win a match. That's not going to happen in the WXO. So, if what you want to do is triple team somebody, get all together, the three of you, well, I've got a tag team for you to face.
What?
Just two guys.
What?
They're my mystery team, and you're going to face them right here tonight.
He's saying it's okay to do a 3-on-2. It's the Bodies and Adam Pearce against a mystery tag team. Well, Stan, the commissioner has spoken, but I got to be honest with you, I'm a little bit confused because Adam Pearce on the left, of course, and now Tommy Rogers on the right in a match, a tag team match that was already scheduled. So is the commissioner saying Adam Pearce is going to have to wrestle again? I don't know.
Well, let's just don't ever second guess the man, Mr. DiBiase. He sits back there while he's not counting his money. He's thinking about things, and he's going to make sure that things get done the way he wants them done here in WXO, and I'm all for that.
And playing some mind games as only the commissioner, Ted DiBiase, can do. As we said, Tommy Rogers there, the 15-year, 20-year veteran of this business, and Adam Pearce. We're going to face the Bodies here on this week's edition of WXO Wrestling.
Well, I'm glad to see that body number one, this gentleman right here, did not suffer a broken neck from that horrendous drop that he took last week. He seems to be okay, Bruce.
All right, Stan, indeed, he does seem to be okay, and it was one of those situations where we were very concerned about these young men, especially when one of them did get dropped on their head. Okay, here's what I'm getting now in a message from the commissioner's office, that Adam Pearce and the Bodies are going to team up later in this hour of WXO Wrestling against the mystery team that is being forwarded to us by Commissioner DiBiase. So, who knows? Right now they're opponents, but soon, because of what Adam Pearce did last week, he is going to be apparently tagging in a 3-on-2 tag team match with these very gentlemen, the Bodies.
But the gist of it is the mystery will be solved here this week, and that's all I care about.
Yet another mystery, yet another surprise on WXO, the family-friendly wrestling organization. Now Adam Pearce, 61 years old, wrestling for 5 years. Nice maneuvers here. You'll see the leapfrog there by Adam. And oh man, a drop kick right to the face of the Bodies.
Now, I wonder if that 5 years includes... Oh, my goodness! What a move!
He's lucky the body didn't move. Otherwise, the wreck and ruined body would have been that of Adam Pearce. He flew over the top rope. That is incredible athleticism, the type of athleticism that you'll see every week here on WXO.
He didn't have a parachute.
That's or a soft landing, as you pointed out before, Stan. If the fans look out, nice chain wrestling there and a front face lock. Very, very difficult and very dangerous maneuver there. In comes Tommy Rogers. There are no mats outside the ring. Snapmare over there by Tommy Rogers. And so when a wrestler lands, I think, what is it you said last week or the week before, he'll be eating cement?
Well, actually cement, but, you know, for North Carolina, sometimes you say cement.
And And that works for me. Version there of the snap suplex, the float over, the count 1, 2, almost a 3 there on the bodies by Tommy Rogers. Is there anything that Tommy Rogers has not seen in wrestling all these years? Talk about a seasoned veteran.
Boy, he's done it all. And the guy still has abs. Abs are hard to come by. He's got a six-pack going for him.
That's a very good point there, nose to nose. You know, at his age, most men, frankly, can't even see their shoelaces. And for a guy like that to have abs, the referee almost got clocked. Oh, a boot to the mush, and Tommy Rogers is so fast. Stan, I think you called him fluid, and I think that really captures the essence of Tommy Rogers.
Yeah, he's not just fast, he's quick. He's catchy. He's a small guy, and he makes these little darting moves, and if you're not aware of it, he will take you down on the hard way.
That's what he just did right there. A nice frog splash almost there by Adam Pearce, and the bodies are, you got to admit, for a young team, they really have got a lot going for them. And Stan, I think it probably makes you think of the days when you were part of a young tag team called.
Those were the days, my friend, we thought they never end. The Fabulous Swans or the Midnight Express? All the Heavenly Bodies.
All of them. If you think about it, all three.
You mean D, all of the above?
That's right. You made an impact with all three. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Stan Lane, sweet Stan Lane, our broadcast partner, one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of our generation. And Tommy Rogers, also a tremendous tag team wrestler as well. And he's competing in singles competition, drives the bodies down, as well as tag team here in WXO Wrestling. If you think about it, Stan, Adam Pearce has really got a great partner here in Tommy Rogers.
Well, that he certainly does. We'll go very, very deep into the well, into the mind of Tommy Rogers, who has been around the block many, many times. Not only that, Chris, but he can go to the gym with Tommy Rogers and put some muscle on that big frame he has.
And so often, and we don't talk about this in public, I think Tommy Rogers can also make sure that Adam Pearce doesn't get swerved, as is so often the case in professional wrestling. High back body drop. He didn't land on the flat of his back. Landed in a more difficult position. That's going to hurt his back for a long time.
And already I am noticing that in tag team competition, you want to go for the pin as often as possible. Oh, you got callback time. But you want to go for a pinfall whenever you can, you know. Somebody go, oh my goodness! What? He almost took his head off there, Chris.
What a clothesline that was. And the bodies don't have a whole lot of power, don't have a whole lot of size, but they're making up for it in teamwork and in quickness. Wow. Boy, Adam Pearce was clocked. They call him Scrap Iron, and he may just be scrap by the time this match is over. This kid, believe it or not, has actually trained with Ken Patera up in Minneapolis. The master of the jumping pile driver, been wrestling, as we said, 5 years. He started as a pro wrestler in high school. Stan, is that legal?
Oh, yeah. You can't sign contracts until you're 18 years old, but you can wrestle. He probably was not paid, though. He loved it so much, he went ahead and learned the ropes and probably learned them the hard way.
And yet another clothesline there by the bodies. Goes for the cover. Smart move. No, apparently that's a choke going for that. Tommy Rogers, the partner there of Adam Pearce, a former world and U.S. Heavyweight tag team champion. Nice stiff forearms there. We're seeing that a lot here in WXO Wrestling. Irish whip. Oh, he missed. No, he caught him. It looked like with a DDT, but just barely.
Yeah, these bodies are very, very sweaty. His hand slipped off. He didn't have it sunk in around the throat the way you're supposed to do that, but still kind of a modified version. Got a little bit of the point across.
And going for the wrong corner is Adam Pearce. The bodies are able to cut the ring off, and Adam Pearce finally gets in. Here comes the hot tag on both teams, and you can see Tommy Rogers went for the ropes, and he is stomping the bodies.
And that's an experience paying off for Tommy Rogers.
Nice version there of a fireball almost, and the Irish whip into the corner, and oh, they're gone. Oh! Is that the Tomikaze? That's the Tomikaze, and that's going to do it. No, Tommy Rogers wants to dish out more punishment to the bodies. Does he even know where he is?
I don't think Vitamin 2 knows where he is. Look at this move here.
What? What? Hey!
Now, wait a minute. What did Pearce do to Rogers? Can you believe that?
It looks like Pearce turned on Rogers. Man, this is and the bodies don't know either. This is constant surprise.
Tommy Rogers takes the kid under his wing, shows the kid the ropes, works out with him, and the kid stabs him in the back.
We'll straighten it out. We'll be back on WXO Wrestling. WXO Wrestling, Chris Cruz and Stan Lane, and I got to tell you, we are still reeling from what happened with Adam Pearce as he turned on his partner Tommy Rogers. Let's take you back to what Ted DiBiase had to say just moments ago.
So, If what you want to do is triple team somebody, get all together, the three of you, well, I've got a tag team for you to face.
What?
Just two guys.
What?
They're my mystery team, and you're going to face them right here tonight.
I like it. You know what, Cruz? My journalistic juices are flowing. You know, he mentioned that mystery team.
Yeah.
And as I told you before, me and Ted are tight. Now, I just call him Mr. DiBiase just to impress you. But you know what? If you can hang on for just a few minutes, I'll go find out who the mystery team is. I'll get to the bottom of this because I know Ted. Okay? Well, hang in there. I'll be right back. I'll go find out just for you. This will be a scoop because I'm the man who can do it.
You're leaving me? You're leaving me. Well, Jennifer, come on over here, and we'll get Stan some help here. He has been tied down by the crew. That's Fernandez, the Maniac. And we welcome you to the broadcast position here. It's the lovely Jennifer Hart. All right, well, there is Stan. Stan, you're leaving. Stan, you're leaving. He's leaving. He says he's going to be right back. He is going to see. Well, there he is, the man, the broadcast journalist. Stan Lane says he is going to find out who that mystery tag team is. And now we take you back to last week as we saw, well, he tried to make an appearance, but he could barely get out of his car. That's the 6'8", 401-pound, the Dominator, Fred Ottman. He said that he grew, but his car did not. And then later he spoke to our beautiful Jennifer Hart, and Jennifer said she's happy to be here.
Absolutely. He is here and very excited about WXO.
All right, and accompanied by Eric Watts, a great young kid, and Jennifer, guess what? He's single. You like that attitude?
Oh, yeah. Love the shirt. Love
How about the
outfit.
pants?
Yeah, shirt. I like the shirt better.
Now let me ask you a question. Be honest with me. Don't be afraid to hurt my feelings. Although don't hurt them if you don't need to. Would I look good in those pants?
Absolutely.
I thought so. I love this woman. Broadcast colleague Jennifer Hart, Stan Lane, has vacated the premises. He promises now to find out who the mystery tag team is. Mr. DiBiase says it will be 3-on-2. The Bodies and Adam Pearce against his mystery tag team. This is the Maniac, a young man who we have seen before here on WXO Wrestling. Jennifer, what do you think of lime green? Is that in season?
You know, it definitely is. It's an excellent color for Manny. It's great.
Nice deep arm drag there by the Maniac, Manny Fernandez, who bites the rope, and Eric Watts, as we said, the son of the legendary cowboy Bill Watts. Eric Watts been wrestling pretty close to 7 years now from Tulsa, Oklahoma. This kid, the former PWI, that's Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, Rookie of the Year for 1992. Jennifer, he's 6'6", 265, and as we said before, kid single, deep arm drag there on Watts.
Well, I'll have to keep a watch on him.
The master of the lights out, and we are so glad to have you here at ringside, Jennifer. But let me tell you, the action gets hot and heavy, so we're going to need to move, and move quickly, as the Maniac, he is smiling. You know, it's the one thing you may have noticed about this kid, is as much as he gets hurt, he still smiles.
He's a maniac.
Well put. Still to come, it is the Bodies and Adam Pearce as they take on Ted DiBiase's mystery team. At the conclusion of this match, I'm told we're going to take a break, and then Stan Lane, as he promised, will be back with us for the answer to just who that mystery team is. Look at that. Drives the head of Eric Watts right into that padded, semi-padded turnbuckle. Oh, Maniac catches it right in the throat. Great action here, Jennifer. I know you're enjoying it, ringside.
I am. It's great to be here, Chris.
You know, we have said before, it's going to be family-friendly entertainment, and you are as family-friendly as it comes.
Well, you know, I try.
Oh, did you see that? Some kind of a version of a power bomb, a jackknife right into the turnbuckle, and the 6'6", 265-pounder was tremendous with that power maneuver. And the Maniac, Manny Fernandez, Jennifer, you can tell he's suffering.
Yes, he is.
All right, still to come. Oh, wait a minute. See, I told you they'd be coming this way. It's only because you're here that the cameras want to get a little bit of a glimpse of Jennifer Hart. Now, this is Zandig. Nice snap suplex. Oh, you could feel it. Oh, right on the cement.
I hope that doesn't send him back to the hospital?
Well, I tell you, the kid's from Bellevue, and we said before it's not Bellevue, Washington, and if anything, that will send you back to the hospital for a spinal alignment, if nothing else. And Zandig, the tag team, what are you doing here, Zandig? This is supposed to be individual competition. Attempted a hip toss there by Eric Watts. Combination there of a choke slam and a tremendous move. This kid, the master of the lights out. Well, still to come, a whole lot more. We are going to, of course, continue to check in with Stan Lane for the answer to who the mystery tag team is. Eric Watts misses a good kick to the gut. That's very elementary, gentlemen. And that's what we're seeing more and more in WXO Wrestling.
Back to the roots.
Absolutely. Back to the dark roots. Are you talking about dark roots? Oh, no. You're a natural blonde, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Didn't mean to apply anything there at all. Eric Watts is now reeling. This maniac, Manny Fernandez, not nearly the experience of Eric Watts, but the kid doesn't seem to quit, Jim. It was so nice to see Tugbo finally get out of his corner. I got to tell you.
I know, he had a tough time.
Did they ever? That's a Honda del Sol. That is made for two people.
I don't even think I could fit in that car. It's so tiny.
What did he claim? He claims that he grew up, but his car didn't. Look out, here they come again. Oh, my God. This kid, Manny Fernandez, the maniac, has taken such severe punishment. Zandig, would you help the guy and not hurt him? Oh! This is brutal.
I'm very concerned about him.
As well you should be. Let us see what, if anything, the maniac can do now. This is going to be it. Here comes the 1, 2, and the 3, and that's it. With some help from Zandig, his tag team partner. Well, as we said, Stan Lane has deserted us. He is on a journalistic journey to find out who Ted DiBiase has come up with. And Jennifer, we're going to find out. I'm told we're going to take a quick break. The middle, he's right next to us. How you doing? Look at his hair. Look at his hair. You like that? Touch it. Rub his hair for good luck. I didn't think so. That's no leprechaun, I can assure you. All right, we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to check in with Stan Lane and find out, Jennifer, just who the mystery tag team is that Commissioner Ted DiBiase has here on WXO Wrestling. WXO Wrestling, time now to take you to that exciting event in the Tokyo Egg Dome as the Tag Team Championship of All Japan is at stake. Welcome, fans. We're here at the Tokyo Dome. It is Kenji Okasame in the orange and Mitsu Arakawa. They are tagging up against Johnny Ace and Michael Barton. And this is for the All Japan Tag Team Championship. And there is Johnny Ace now. And you will see a little bit of a difference in the Japanese fans between American fans and Japanese fans. American fans much more demonstrative. The Japanese fans tend to sit down and applaud, and a little bit different, as we said, from what is going on in America. That's Mitsu Arakawa. And Arakawa misses a forearm and misses big. And Johnny Ace. Oh, Johnny Ace with a beautiful move. This could be it. Here comes the cover. 1, 2, and 3. No! Arakawa kicked out at the very last millisecond. This is for the very prestigious All Japan Tag Team Championship. Johnny Ace and his partner, Michael Barton, they've been chasing this for months, some say for years. Johnny Ace, very well known here in America, extremely well known as an American wrestler in Japan. This maneuver should do it. This should do, oh no. Look at that, right on the back of the head. Johnny Ace was clocked there by Kenji Okasame. And Mitsu Arakawa is still up. That's Michael Barton on the back. And again, those karate chops to the side of the neck, to the carotid artery. This is great teamwork here. Okasame and Arakawa. Oh! And that's going to do it. Johnny Ace is going to be denied his dream, along with Barton. 1, 2, and no! 2 and 7/8. And the Japanese fans are loving every second of this. We are here at the historic Egg Dome in Tokyo. It is for all the marbles for the All Japan Tag Team Championship. There's Michael Barton. Barton has got Arakawa. A modified chokeslam. And the lefty Barton has made such a reputation for himself here in the United States. And now at the Egg Dome in Tokyo, he and Johnny Ace are going for the All Japan Tag Team Championship. A running lariat. And Johnny Ace, a version of a bulldog, he gets him. Arakawa is laid